Like Trump or Musk or not, I mean, you can't sit here and be so blind to the hypocrisy that's happening within the Democratic Party at this point. It was the liberals that were always like, oh, don't hate, don't hate, don't hate. Here you are, freaking hating all over the place. So who's really the problem here right now? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. I have a goal of 1,000 subs and I'm slowly making my way there. If you enjoy political and social commentary, this might be the place for you. I try to be fair, but I also have some strong opinions on topics. We aren't always going to agree on everything, and that's really okay. The biggest goal I have is to have a community of free thinkers who challenge each other intellectually, and we can all have open, healthy discussion. Since 2020, we've seen a disturbing rise in political violence in the United States, and the disturbing trends that I'm seeing are coming from the radicalized left, and it's really given me great concern on a level and opened my eyes to the fact that the Democrats and the liberals, they're no longer what they used to be. First, we had the George Floyd riots in Minneapolis in 2020, and that somehow morphed into burning entire neighborhoods down, looting in various places and stores, and rioting all over America, vandalizing property. You get the point. Then we had the rise of the trend Free Palestine. And that originated after the October 7th massacres, where the terrorist group Hamas murdered roughly 1,200 people and kidnapped another 251. And this included women, children, the elderly. And meanwhile, in America, it's Free Palestine, the resistance, vandalizing property, harassing Jewish students on campuses, and people like Susan Sarandon agitating the situation further. And now the current trend is the hatred for Elon Musk. So that must mean that you have to burn down every Tesla, every dealership, and harass and bully anyone that owns a Tesla anywhere here in America. It's absolutely insane. And listen, before you say, well, Vicky, what about January 6th? What about January 6th? I'm going to tell you right now that I never condoned any of that either. I never thought that that was a good thing that happened that day. This is not self-defense. This is not resistance. If you're resistant to something and you're in opposition to something, that is not an invitation to then be violent, harass people, threaten people, destroy property. I don't understand how it turned into this and how people think that this is okay and that they can condone it and that it's acceptable behavior. What I find absolutely striking is the fact that the Democrats continue to shove January 6th in people's faces while simultaneously ignoring all of the diabolical, disgusting stuff that's going on the other side of the table. I mean, it's hypocrisy at its absolute best. Dig into this Tesla and Elon Musk thing a little bit more. People are burning down and attacking dealerships and vandalizing them and people's private property, people's private cars that they've purchased with their hard-earned money. There's people who work at those dealerships. There's people who own those dealerships that have worked hard to obtain them and to run a business out of them. And you're vandalizing them, and you're not hurting anybody but the people who work there. I don't know what makes these people think that this is making these bold, proclamations about Elon Musk and resorting to violence and rage and complete terroristic type behavior will get anybody on their side. Violence breeds more violence. That's all it's going to accomplish. And you're all going to go to prison. Nothing else is going to come of this. You can not like Elon Musk. You cannot like Trump. You are free to those opinions. You are free to politically not align with them or not appreciate what they're doing. And you're also free to speak out against it if you want to. But that is never a justification for the things that I am seeing like this.
The FBI to the public asking people to be aware of planned attacks on Teslas comes after multiple facilities have been targeted in recent months. These attacks include people setting fire to chargers, vehicles, and vandalizing Teslas and Tesla showrooms. FBI officials say the attacks are a response to Tesla CEO Elon Musk's involvement with Doge and the department's efforts to shrink the federal government.
Well, I view these people as terrorists just like others. When I looked at those showrooms burning, And those cars, not one or two, like 7, 8, 10, burning, exploding all over the place. These are terrible.
You know, and we really have legacy media to thank, again, for pushing the dangerous rhetoric to begin with that Elon Musk is a Nazi. And we now have people terrorizing Tesla dealerships and destroying people's livelihoods. This is pure leftist brutality, and you can even categorize it as domestic terrorism. What's funny to me is that before 2022, guess what? Elon Musk was a Democrat, and he also headed a cutting-edge company that was on the forefront of electric vehicle technology. You know, the technology needed to push legislation like the Green New Deal. And now people like AOC are suddenly saying that Elon Musk is the dumbest person ever.
Like, oh, we're going to set up an agency to identify waste. As though that's never been an idea before. Like, you know, take a number. These people, and I can tell you, in my experience, I have encountered many billionaires in my career. You all have seen many of those encounters in hearings, in other, you know, forms of questioning, etc. I can tell you that this dude is probably one of the most unintelligent billionaires I have ever met or seen or witnessed. Which, you know, you can probably even glean that from watching these people on TV.
That lady has the worst energy, and she panders so hard to the people who hate things for the sake of hating things. It's so incredibly negative, and I just do not fall for her politicking at all. She is so phony. And I'd also like to point out that the people that are burning down Tesla dealerships and acting like this are the same people that were like, screw the oil companies and, oh, save the environment. The last time I checked, burning down buildings and vandalizing things and setting stuff on fire, that wasn't very good for the environment. So you've all revealed yourselves of being phony balonies that don't really care about anything. If we keep this type of uncivilized, militant, barbaric thinking going, we're not going to have a society left. You can not like what the government does. You can, you know, rally against it. You can protest, but this isn't protesting. You are breaking the law. You're hurting other people. I am all for diversity of thought. And to me, this is just hate. That's all it is. It's just hate, pure hate. And, you know, again, it was the liberals that were always like, oh, don't hate, don't hate, don't hate. Here you are, freaking hating all over the place. So who's really the problem here right now? You know, like Trump or Musk or not, I mean, you can't sit here and be so blind to the hypocrisy that's happening within the Democratic Party at this point. It really does seem to be imploding in on itself. And I cannot see how they're going to recover from this by 2028. So guys, let me know what you think about this war. And I'm not talking about Ukraine. I'm not talking about Israel, but the one taking place right here at home right now, taking place in our neighborhoods, our schools, even places of employment. You know, what are we going to do to solve this? And whatever side you align with, either if it's left or it's right or somewhere in the middle, you know, what do you think the government should be saying right now? What message should they be giving? And what would you do if you were the president? So let me know in the comments. And again, thank you so much for all the support, and I'll see you next time.